Yeah, this is bad. We're gonna have to do something about this. Oh God. You guys got annoying downspouts in the way? I'm gonna show you how we can get rid of these things. So if you clicked on this video, I'm guessing that you got some of these annoying downspouts. You just want to get rid of them. Get out of here! And the best way to do that is to have them go underground. Now you don't gotta worry about them when you're mowing the lawn, you can zip right by. So I'm gonna be in the process of tying in all of my downspouts to run up front. And I already know what you're thinking. All of them? That seems a little excessive. Well, I'm gonna show you why. So spring's in the air, the birds are chirping. It's a beautiful day out, and I live in a mud hole. And I understand I don't have grass yet, but this is a little excessive. We have a giant hill in our backyard, and all of the water from all of these properties come right down into here. I mean, it looks like I got a mini Grand Canyon down here. So honestly, there's not much to it. All we're doing is digging a trench, but there is some really important things that you probably should know. Let's be honest, in a lot of my videos, I'm probably not the safest guy.
I'm a danger to society.
But we are digging a trench from this gutter all the way up front. I'm trying to keep it about 2.5 feet deep. But before you start this trench, you definitely want to call in and see if there's any utilities in the area. The last thing you want to do is start digging and then you hit an electrical wire. I know everywhere is different on who you got to call and who you got to have marked it out, but make sure you get that marked out. And if you do have to cross those lines, make sure you hand dig, because although these are silly videos, this is actually really important. You definitely don't want to hit that. You're gonna end up like Marty from Home Alone. But not only are you going to have electrical lines, you're going to have things like internet, depending on where you live, possibly water lines. You just honestly have no idea what's buried in the ground. So before you start, make sure you get your wires marked out. The plan is to tie in this one, and this is going to be my longest stretch that I'm doing. This is going from the back of the house all the way to the front to a drainage ditch that we have. On the way, I'll be able to tie in this one as well. And the discharge point will be right around here into this drainage ditch. So after we know where all those pesky utilities are, all we gotta do is start digging our trench. You know, it's right about now when that $2,500 Temu excavator sounds like a good idea. But I don't know. I mean, those things gotta be junk, right? But it might be faster than this.
Really, anything would be better than...
If you guys got one, let me know. I think it'd be cool, I just don't think it's gonna work very well. So you can definitely see here as I'm digging my trench, it's getting shallower and shallower. The reason for that is, well, you don't want to dig according to the contour of your top. As I'm going, I'm just doing a quick double check with a level to make sure that my trench is going sloped towards the drain. It's a good idea to double check that as you're digging. We're gonna get the final slope when we put our rock base down, but this is gonna help minimize how much rock we're gonna use, and it's gonna make sure that we don't have any back pitch on our pipe. All right, back to digging. I might need some motivation. Oh yeah. Stupid gloves. Let's get to it. Done. Whew, that's no joke. So we got our trench all the way to this drainage ditch over here. Sad part is I'm only showing you guys about a third of what I actually dug out. I'll show you what we all got done. Huh, I wonder whose that was. So we started over here. Well, I still gotta dig around this corner to tie in this drain. I thought I was done shoveling.
Well, you better think again.
But the idea is it's gonna tie in here, go all the way around. So yes, you can go around corners like this. It's not that big of a deal as long as you keep your pitch going. And I got it going all the way over here, through here, and then it goes all the way up into the drainage ditch over here. But now that we got our nice long trench, we're gonna have to give this pipe a bed to lay on. So I bought some clean gravel. We're gonna try and lay about 3 to 4 inches of gravel on the bottom of this bed. It's gonna help us get our perfect pitch for this pipe. It's gonna help make it more solid so it stays in place, and that's gonna just increase the longevity of this pipe. All right, time to lay some pipe. There's one thing I'm good at.
Yeah, right.
Nah, it's just drinking beer. But I'm starting here at my highest point. Now that we got that rock bed on there and we know it's a nice slope, all we should have to do is just throw this in the trench and somehow move all this dirt back on top. But if you're like me, you probably have these annoying, I don't even know what to call these things. Lawnmower getting in the way ofs. I gotta think of something funnier than that. Lawnmower shrapnel? That one was dumber. But anyways, we gotta remove this 90, remove this thing, and I don't want my pipe sticking this high up, so I'll probably end up trimming some of this off and actually connecting it down lower to the ground. So let's start by taking this thing off. Ugh. Now, I just gotta ghetto rig this up. Cut it right here. Hopefully this fits. Ugh. Whew, got it. A little bit of redneck ingenuity right there. All right, let's get our black pipe on there. Once I open this up, there's gonna be no easy way around this.
All hell's breaking loose.
Oh. Yeah, I was right. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. I already see a problem. Actually, I got two problems. So number one, this gutter has to fit in here. It's not going to. And secondly, I got my internet line above the trench over there. So it'll definitely be best to pull it underneath this way instead of trying to get that whole roll underneath it. Oh, I put a bunch of dirt in there. That was dumb. Try and not put dirt in your pipe.
Yeah, obviously.
That's probably best. So I need to condense this gutter at the bottom using garden shears. Don't judge me. That actually worked way better than I thought it was going to. Get in there. And she's in. Definitely not my best work, but it works. All right, so it was pretty late at night. It was getting dark, but I got this thing all rolled out. And these things are a pain. I'm actually pretty glad you didn't see me struggle with that. Kicked my ass. But anyways, I also want to tie in this gutter. It's along the way. Might as well, right? So we're going to cut in a T onto this pipe so that this can also drain inside. So for this, all we got to do is mark it down where we want it. Right there looks good. All right, cut it. This is pretty easy. These things just lock together. It's on tight. Now, is this fitting watertight? No, definitely isn't. So I got this water main tape. It's like giant electrical tape. That's gonna help me seal this. And again, will this make this watertight? Absolutely not. But when it's raining super hard, it will definitely help keep all the water in it. And if a little bit leaks out, it's gonna follow that clean stone trench on the bottom right out. So for the purpose of what I got going on, it'll work really well. If you do want watertight, you gotta do PVC pipe, which is what we're doing on the other side of the house. So stay tuned.
How exciting.
Oh. So as of right now, that's probably a watertight seal. 10 years down the road, let's be honest, there's no way it's gonna be, but it'll be what you call water resistant. And that's gonna work fine for me. Back in the trench where you belong. Now, we just need a chunk to go up about right here. I think I got actually pretty lucky, because this right here is where the pipe's gonna end. This is a 100-foot roll. I actually only got like 5 feet to spare. Got it in, and it's a little long. Rig this up again. Probably not smart to cut that right on my knee, huh?
Pure genius.
There we go. All tied in. A little crumpled. It'll work. All right, so we got this whole side tied in, running out to the ditch, and I got the whole other side to do yet. But the other side's gonna be PVC instead of this corrugated pipe. So let's run over there and I'll show you how I'm doing that. So as you can see, I already got the trench dug on this side, and you can probably see it's not the straightest. And no, I wasn't drinking. I only had like 3 beers. That's not drinking. I moved it over just a tad, so it was a little bit easier digging underneath that air conditioner. PVC pipe definitely isn't as bendable as that corrugated pipe that we used on the other side, but it does have some flex to it, so a little deviation like that won't hurt a thing. And I know you're probably thinking, it's already tied in. What the heck are you doing?
What the hell's going on here?
I got one more gutter way in the back that I want to hook up to this. So we're going to be tying into my existing one. The crappy part is we got a 90-degree bend on the bottom here, and I need to change that into a Y. So unfortunately, I got to take this whole thing out and re-put it back together with some different fittings. They're all too close together to where I can't save any of these. So we got to tear this out and put new fittings in. Oh. That's what I was worried about. I don't think this blade is quite long enough. This wood cutting blade's gonna have to do. Don't judge me. Ooh. Alright, wood saw blade for the win. That sump pump better not go off while I'm doing this. That would suck. Of course. Go to shut the camera off and everything caves in. This is all coming in too. Oh, the joys of digging.
What a joyous occasion.
So this existing pipe is schedule 40, which is honestly what I would recommend if anyone's doing this. It's a super thick, durable pipe that you'll never have to worry about. But I'm pretty cheap, so I'm gonna be transferring this to SDR 35, which is a thinner pipe, but it's about half as expensive, especially for these fittings.
Cheap ass.
So I got my reducer, if I can get that out. And this is going to make it so I can go from schedule 40 to SDR 35. And before we glue it, we want to make sure that it lines up. Seems like I have to cut this back farther. Oh, it sucks when I have to cut that back farther. So I'm probably going to have to dig about 6 inches further back. Alright, that should be good. Alright, I like it.
I like it a lot.
That is right there. So the worst part is dry fitting this. You can't even get the darn things off. I gotta glue these together. Oh, yeah, that's the good stuff. If you guys have ever used this stuff, you probably know that I'm starting to see colors.
Tom, I think we're high.
This stuff is strong. But now we gotta build our whatchamacallit, and to fit these together, I need a piece of pipe. I need this chunk. That's lined up decently. That was kind of dumb of me. I should have put this in first. So now you guys get to watch me struggle.
So what else is new?
Now here is where I'm gonna struggle. Yeah, this was dumb of me. I even need to cut a little off. I could afford a little bit. It's not like this could end bad. Oh. Whew, I think I got it. No!
No! God, please, no!
It's not the most square joint, but it'll work. This one's a little bit easier. Maybe. Whew, there we go. We got this all tied back in, and now all we gotta do is, from our Y down below, run our pipe to the back drain. Ah, nice. Whew. All right, next pipe. Just my luck, it starts raining as soon as I start this. But luckily, this PVC glue works in the rain. It says rain or shine. So that's good, because it's raining.
It's raining.
Ooh. There we go. These pipes aren't super flexible, but if you need them to, they will bend quite a bit. Ugh, so I'm almost there, but this is all I got. Dang it. I don't think this is gonna be enough. Ugh, got my pipe. Ugh. All right, now all I gotta do is finish this off. I needed 4 more feet and I got a 10-footer. I don't know why Menards doesn't sell 4-footers. That's insane to me. But all we gotta do is measure to this last bend here and then go up to the gutter and we're done. Well, not really. We still gotta stone it and cover it back up, grade the top of it. How long is that? 20 inches. Ah! Well, that taste is gonna be in my mouth for about 5 weeks. Now I just need the piece to go up from this 45. Never mind, it's not 45, 90. Oh, it's been a long day, you know. Ever have one of those?
It's been a very long week.
If you ever want to get work done, never become a YouTuber. Just changing camera angles all day. Stay down. Ooh, almost got dirt in my beer. 22 inches. I can't wait to be done. Now I need to jimmy rig this up. Now, how do I get this in there? I hate puzzles.
You're not dumb, you just...
For you people with a good eye, I used the wrong side of the gutter. It'll be alright. Gonna hide my imperfections. There you have it, guys. Gutter's all tied in. We got our PVC going all the way to the ditch line now. Alright, so gutters are all tied in now. And I ended up buying a bunch of clean stone and just fully engulfing both sides of these pipes. I pretty much made a French drain around them. And this side I got the PVC, and on the other side of the house is the corrugated. And as you can see, I think it turned out really nice. No more using that gutter shrapnel getting in the way of the lawnmower. And this is just a super nice clean look. So I hope this helped you out, and don't forget, grab a beer and build something.